Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the It's Pizza Time podcast. I'm your host, iNDiGO. Today I'm joined by my co-host, Victor.
Hello.
My co-host, John.
What's up, guys?
And our very special guest. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced KLAXX.
What's up? How you guys doing? Yep, it's KLAXX.
All right, good, because I've heard some people tell me KLAXX, and I'm like, no, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, it's KLAXX.
All right, good. You're confirming my things. You know,
Do a lot of people say that or what?
Not a lot, but I know a couple people that say KLAXX, and I'm just like, hey, now I can confirm it with the actual guy, on recording and everything. That seems like a pretty good way to prove my point. All right. For everybody who doesn't know who or what KLAXX is, would you like to explain, give a little bit of context, who you are, what you do?
Yeah, so I'm a music producer and DJ, and I've been making music for 5 to 6 years. I don't know, 2015, whenever 2015 was. That's when I first started making music. And yeah, I make bass music and melodic music. I've been touching on a lot of things though, a lot of different areas of music. So kind of just like an experimental era of music right now with everything shut down.
Definitely. I mean, now's definitely the perfect time to try different things, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll jump right into the precursor question of this podcast, being, what is your favorite kind of pizza?
Oh man. Okay.
The world needs to know, man.
That's a tough one, dude. There's so many good ones. I'm gonna go with buffalo chicken pizza. It's probably my favorite.
Oh, that's actually pretty fire.
With some ranch on the side.
Ooh, you're a pizza ranch guy.
Yeah, you have to be, man. Come on.
Personally, I personally don't get it. It's not my cup of tea, but it's I see the appeal, but it's it's just not for me.
What's your favorite type of pizza?
There's this one called a rigatoni. It's like ricotta cheese with rigatoni noodles on top of it, and then tomato sauce drizzled on the top. It's really good.
Wow, that sounds immaculate.
It's pretty fire. All right, let's get right into the music talk. We're no funny business this episode.
Let's do it.
No funny business. Okay, let's do it. So you said you've been doing music since 2015-ish.
Yeah, end of 2014, 2015.
End of 2014, 2015-ish. Okay, cool. How necessarily did you come to how did you, I guess, come to the conclusion that this is what you wanted to do? Where did you get inspired to do this to pursue this?
Yeah, so I first started actually DJing in high school. No production or anything. I just DJ'd parties and school events and stuff in my sophomore year. No, beginning of junior year of high school. And then I just DJ'd all the way until end of high school, and then I attended a 4-year university in San Diego and hated it, obviously. And I dropped out of my freshman year. And my former duo partner convinced me to attend music school in LA, and I did. And now I'm here. I went to music school, and now I make music for a living, I guess.
Could I ask, what music school did you go to?
Yeah, I went to Icon Collective.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
we know a couple people that went over there.
Yeah, great school. Shout out Icon. They're great.
All right, cool.
Definitely, if you want to learn how to make music at a professional level, hit them up.
Dude, I've definitely thought about like, you know, attending Icon and stuff like that. It seems like, you know, kind of like the dream. Kind of like the dream school, I guess. It's like that or like, you know, Berkeley, but Berkeley is like really far away
So
and expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so pricey.
Super expensive.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of names that have come out of Icon that are fairly big, like Nightmare.
Yeah. A lot of homies came out of there.
Like I've
Really good
heard nothing
school.
but good things from
Yeah.
it so far.
We had a couple people on the show who came from Icon, being like At Last and
G-Wiz and Pazuki.
yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I think they got a new building too. The one that I attended to, they moved from there, and it's apparently bigger and better now.
Well, that's cool. If only like they could use it.
I know, right? They were set. I think they were set to open it like beginning of summer, but obviously with COVID,
I know. That must
they had to
suck.
delay that.
I feel bad for like all those new venues or all those venues that had like renovations done or stuff like that. You know.
Oh my god, I know. Yeah.
It's like, we're finally ready to bring in crowds. Oh, I guess not.
Psych.
Yeah, even I'm more like for the artists that like probably had their first shows in like LA and stuff, like going on and then being told, yeah, so we're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like there were so many shows I was excited for, like I had tickets for and I was hyped about, and then it's just like I can't imagine what it must feel like for those artists just being like, oh, you can't do it.
Like everything's
Man.
canceled now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done any shows around the area or?
Not in a while. I haven't played a show in 2018. It's just been kind of slow. I've been kind of making music the past year and a half, and I kind of wanted to hold off from shows until I was ready and had like a good catalog of music to showcase. You know?
Right.
Yeah. But I think my last show was at Academy in Hollywood.
Ooh, that's a
Keizo?
nice
Okay.
venue. That's a nice venue.
Yeah, with Keizo and Juarez.
Ooh, all
I don't know
right.
if you guys know who those two guys are, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
yeah. So I think that was like October of 2018. That was the last one.
That sounds pretty good. I mean, like I understand, I guess, where you're coming from. Like you want to build up a good, I guess, repertoire before you go. You know, like play out live shows.
Exactly. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
and I feel like go ahead.
I was about to say, like, I would love to play out live shows or something, like, as soon as I got into the scene, as soon as, like, I would ever get into the scene, I'd be like, oh, I want to do live shows now, but it's like, fucking, I can't really play a live show if I have, like, 3 originals out.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
thing is, you'd be playing out mostly other people's tracks, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't be as original. And I mean, of course, there is like mixing involved, and like, but you want to also have your own songs mixed in. So
Yeah, 100%. And that was like kind of like at the end of 2018. It's kind of when at the time me and my duo partner we said to ourselves like we should probably hold off on playing shows until we have like a large catalog of music to showcase. And like in 2018 we only had like I think 4 originals or something.
Mm.
So
I think it's like, then, yeah, you want to at least have the ability to fill an entire hour with originals before you,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
And right now I could definitely do that for sure. Which
That's
is a
definitely
really
good.
satisfying feeling.
I mean, it must be, like, to think that, like, you have, like, an hour worth of content that you've made. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, I guess you said like you started with DJing. That was like your first, I guess, introduction. Was that like, did you start with DJing with just electronic? Was that like your first introduction to like electronic music, or did you start DJing, I guess, before getting into electronic, or were you just like one of those house party kind of DJs?
So I think the first electronic song ever I heard was Scary Monsters by Skrillex.
All right.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? This is insane. Because I was like super into like punk rock and like alternative music in high school, obviously, and I was a fan of From First to Last, and obviously Sonny was the lead singer of that band. So I saw him do his solo project Skrillex, and I heard that song, and I was like, wow, this is insane. I want to do this. I want to like DJ this stuff. And actually, the first show I ever went to was a Skrillex show.
Damn.
So
Oh wow.
So as soon as I went to that show, I was like, okay, yeah, I wanna be a DJ. And I mean, obviously in high school, I didn't know you had to produce music to become a successful DJ. So in high school, I just DJ'd. I didn't make music, you know.
I feel like there's actually like I feel like there's a bit of a divide, and I guess in that sense, like I feel, at least kids that were born like in the 90s to early 2000s or before, they started with like DJing before like before actually getting into production. Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then,
I have a lot
like-
of friends who are like that.
Yeah, but like I feel like nowadays it's like kids are more likely to start producing before they actually get into DJing, which I
Yeah,
think
it's
is
all-
like, you know,
Yeah,
an
okay.
an interesting flip.
Yeah, it's like all about availability, to be honest. Like nowadays, like even if you get like a Mac, you already have GarageBand on it, right? And like back in the
Exactly.
day, nobody knew what FL Studio was, or like you just had obscure programs, right? And like making music back then was actually going to a physical studio and doing shit there. Now it's like you can just do it straight off of your laptop, and it's like available to anybody. Like FL, if you want, you can just do a trial. So Ableton as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like it's an interesting thing. I can't imagine what DJing must have been like in like 40 years ago. I know like my dad, when he went to college, he had a friend who would like DJ his college parties. And, like this was like in the 80s and shit. So they just had like actual like record like turntables. I'm like
Yeah.
I don't fucking understand. It's like
It's way
I mean,
different now.
yeah, now you have all like you have all these gauges that tell you the BPM, tell you the key and whatever, and then it's like all you had was like nothing. You just had the knob and you had to go for it.
Yeah, and you'd have to like memorize with BPM and like figure out something similar, just have the feel of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All about knowing the song. I feel like knowing your song when you're DJing, like even now, is beneficial. Cause like you can tell when to mix out of a song
Of course.
and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah, and one more thing that I feel like there's a lot more producers coming out rather than DJs is because the DJ equipment is so expensive.
So expensive, dude. Like I was trying to buy one of those small well, what's the name? The Pioneer. The
This
Pioneer.
CDJs.
Those
No, not the smaller
okay.
one. That's like all in one. What's it called?
Okay.
the little
The
controllers.
Yeah, it's like an all in one like CDJ kind of.
Is it? I don't fucking know what it's called.
XCJ. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I was trying to buy one of those and I was like, oh yeah, it's probably like a couple $100, like $500, and it was like $1,600, and I was like, what the?
Exactly. I was like, that was my initial thing. I was gonna buy one, and I was like, hey, you know, how much can it be? And then I get to Guitar Center, and it's fucking like, bruh. I'm like, this is a fortune. I should like sell a kidney before I go buy this.
Seriously. And like I get it, but at the same time it makes the barrier to entry so difficult. Because
Yeah,
like
dude.
mostly they're selling these to clubs, right? So that's why the price tag is so high, because like, clubs are buying them. But if you want to do it for yourself, you gotta put that money up just to like be able to learn, which sucks. But
Yeah, and it's
That's
like,
a really good point. I didn't even think about that.
I feel like also nobody really wants to start with like the basic, like kind of controllers that don't really have anything special about them. And it's also if you ever do a show at like a club, it's kind of hard to go back, like after you've used like the highest form of equipment.
Yeah, for sure.
it's like once you taste like the good life, you don't want to go back. But I was kind of an idiot back in high school because we did have like a production class, but it was like just the beginning of it. Like it just started out. It was a brand new program, and we didn't have that much material and shit there. but we did have one pioneer. I think it was probably an ex DJ, but it was like red. So I'm like looking at pictures of him right now. But it was a red one, and my biggest regret is not learning how to use those because I was producing music the whole time.
Wow.
So
Wait,
like,
you guys had a DJ class in high school? That's so sick.
like it was
No.
just starting out. Like when we got there, it just started. And it was like an after school program type thing.
Here's the thing, which like I've been into electronic music since like 2011, and that was like I was pretty much like in high school I was the dubstep kid, and it crushed my soul when like graduation rolled around and I had no idea that class even existed.
I was in it for 4 years.
Wow.
Like I was like, dude, I could have like, you know, found something like to do, but nah.
No doubt we mentioned it to you. No doubt. The thing is, I feel like you just didn't want to because it was like an after school thing.
Oh, that might have been it, but I'm pretty sure I didn't know about it, or at least I didn't know about it until like really late.
No, there's no way because me and Brandon 100% told you. But yeah, like that class was sick as fuck because there was basically like no rules to it. It was just like you sit down. They have Logic on the computers, and
Oh my god, dude, that's so sick.
they have Logic on the computers. You have a MIDI keyboard. It was like $100 one. I forgot what it was from, but they had like native instruments, plugins, some basic shit. Serum. It was fucking sick. Like honestly, like I regret fucking around in that class because I would show up maybe once a week because they did it twice a week, but I would show up for like an hour and just fuck around. And they had that Pioneer DJ set, and my teacher was like really really keen on like teaching me like how to use it, but I was just like lazy as fuck, and I just wanted to do production side. Like I didn't get it until I left.
Wait, how old are you guys?
I'm 19.
I'm 18.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're youngins.
Youngins.
Youngins. Yeah. Now it is. Fucking. I feel like we also. I kind of feel bad because I feel like we also like took our schooling for granted because I know like there's a lot of schools that they don't even get like any kind of introduction to music, which.
Dude, yeah. I mean, my high school had like classical music classes, but nowhere near what you guys had. Like that's insane.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was like a brand new program because the dude who hosted it was a DJ himself, but he was a math teacher. So
That's sick.
he already had the way in. All he had to do was like, because music is also his passion, right?
Yeah.
So he was just like, listen, let's do something for the kids and set up this class, and we'll like see if like kids actually want to do it. And like kids signed up for it. I was one of the first people in the program basically, and it counted towards credits. It was just like a normal class, but like it was just after school. It was sick as fuck.
That's awesome, dude. That's a blessing right there. I wish I would have had that.
Right.
Yeah, but I didn't take advantage of it as I should have. Seriously, looking back at it now, I was just kind of an idiot.
You should have done that instead of choir. Fucking.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
Yeah, I took choir in middle school, but I was just like, nope. Nope. As soon as I got to high school, I'm like, no.
All right. Okay. So, KLAXX, exactly what have you been doing throughout quarantine besides like making music? Like what was your day to day right now?
Oh man. Well, I was hiking every morning,
Fuck yeah.
but ever since I moved up to LA, all the hiking spots are closed, man.
Really?
Really?
I mean, at least the ones near me. I think I need to explore out more, but
Yeah. I mean.
Bro, I'm gonna give you a list after this because I go hiking all the time.
Please.
I try to go every Sunday with my buddy. It's fucking fun as fuck. And yeah, there's a bunch of one. Most recently, it's not a hiking trail, and I at first thought it was, but there's like Culver City Stairs, which is okay. It's not
I know what you're
that
talking
cool.
about.
Yeah, but I was just like, fuck this shit. It's not an actual hike. But
Yeah.
if you go down and then there's Topanga, there's Temescal Canyon, there's a bunch of different ones, and then like if you're in like North like Hollywood area, there's also Griffith Park has a bunch of them.
I went to Griffith the other day. It was closed.
Yeah,
It
Griffith Park itself is closed, but some of the hikes around it are open.
Okay.
And Griffith Park, like the observatory area is closed.
Yeah.
But there is like the actual park, which is fucking massive, and like there's hikes all over it.
Nice.
So-
Okay. Send me that
Yeah.
list.
I
need
got
that
you.
list.
Dude, just
But,
go,
yeah.
just go together, man. Show them around LA.
I'm down
Yeah, bro. Let's go hike.
for sure.
But yeah, besides hiking, play a lot. Obviously, I make music, and then, yeah. I mean, there's not really much else to do. Video games take up a lot of my time.
What
It's a
kind
gift
of
and a curse. Seriously.
Dude, yeah,
what
bro.
kind of games have you been doing? Have you been like grinding Warzone, or have you been grinding Animal Crossing? Like, which of the two?
Dude, I can't really get into Warzone. I don't know why, but I play Search and Destroy. I have like a little
Alright,
squad.
alright.
I have a squad that I play with, and then
Yes, indeed.
and then I play Fortnite, and then I just got into Fall Guys. I guess that game is toxic.
Oh, I've been hearing a lot of stuff
Dude,
about that
Fall
game.
Guys, fire battle royale.
It looks fun. It looks fun.
I hate it. I hate it, but it's so addicting.
It really is. Fucking the worst part about it is the fucking like the fact that like the team-based multiplayer. I don't like those. Like the soccer one.
I hate the
Fuck
team.
that.
The team games are terrible, dude.
Wait,
The
what
team
is
games
it?
are not
What
fun.
are you guys doing on the team base?
So it's kind of like Mario Party games, pretty much, except in
Oh.
a battle royale like mindset. So there's 60 players, and then there's mini games. I think there's like 8 mini games throughout until a winner's claimed. But when
Yeah.
you get eliminated, you're out. And I think like two or three of the 8 games are team games where they split everyone into 3 teams, and it's like just fuckery. I don't know.
They're just like not fun because it's like if your team sucks or if they're just throwing, it's like fucking
Exactly, yeah.
You know, you just have to depend on your team.
Yeah, and the toxicness of the game is like when you're racing or whatever. Obviously, a lot of the games are racing games, and like when you're racing, it's toxic when like one of the players like tries to like grab you. You can grab a player and like hold them back from like
It's the worst. Like
from
right at the
from
finish
like getting
line.
in. Yeah.
It's fucking
Yeah,
stupid.
I haven't played it yet because of the price tag. I'm just like maybe I should wait until it's on sale. It reminds me of like Gang Beasts or Human Fall Flat, but like Mario Party style.
Dude, yeah, it reminds me a lot of Mario Party for sure.
Definitely. The other game I've been grinding a lot of I've been playing a lot of fucking Among Us recently.
Oh, that one.
It's a fun game, but you gotta have people to play it with. I feel like if you go into public
Yeah,
lobbies by yourself, it's boring as fuck. But if
I
you're
have
playing
like
with people you
I
actually care.
have a group of like 10 people that we play with.
What is
So-
that game?
It's like you know those like TTT or like murder where there's like
Mafia.
a couple like Mafia. There's a couple people
Okay,
that
yeah.
1 or 2 people that are like imposters and they have to like kill everybody, and then basically the crew has to complete all of their tasks and then they win.
Okay.
It's like just whatever.
And there's like 1 or 2 imposters, and they're sabotaging and killing people, and you gotta figure out who it is, and you can vote them out.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's like a 2D side scroller. It's pretty fun. It's like $5 on Steam.
Nice.
So it's like a very cute art style. I really like it.
Yeah, I like it too. I just like you definitely need people to play with.
Yeah.
Cause I play it with 8 people, but to get everybody online and like not fucking around is hard.
All right. Then I'll invite you next time we play.
I'm done.
Okay. One thing I wanna ask KLAXX is like fucking I'm sure John was gonna ask about your name at some point, about where that came from, because that's like the one question he has. So I'm sorry, I'm not gonna steal that one, but rather I want to know how many people confuse you for the other guy LAXX, just LAXX.
I thought that too.
It wasn't a lot. I was honestly surprised. And honestly, when we came up with the name in 2016, we didn't even think about it. Honestly, it was just kind of like a coincidence thing, and I don't know. People just kind of rocked with it, and um, as we started to build our fan base, I guess people just kind of separated the two, because like our sounds are very very different. Like
Yeah.
obviously.
So you haven't gotten any people there. It's like, oh, you stole the name or fucking whatever.
I mean, yeah, like I think I only see those on SoundCloud comments, honestly, and like those people can fuck off, honestly. Like,
It's like,
There's a lot of elitist people on SoundCloud. It's like I heard you
Yeah.
first and stuff. It's like
yeah,
alright.
it's like there's no. I mean, LAXX makes insane music on his like, obviously, he's got his own thing going on. We have our thing going on. It's just kind of like two separate lanes, I guess.
hmm.
And I thought about changing the name, but like we kind of have this fan base where like that we built it up over the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah,
Name
it's
changes
definitely
are-
hard to change a brand right after
exactly.
you
Yeah.
already establish it. Because
Name
like even if you
changes-
do change your name and like you post about it everywhere, like on all your social medias, people will be like, "Still, who the fuck is this guy on my timeline?" And stuff
Exactly.
like that.
Yeah, like Spotify stuff too. Like your Spotify fan base would be completely built up from the ground if you changed, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Name changes are weird because it's basically like now you have to kind of get like not necessarily you have to kind of like revert everything you've done, not like either that or like you can't because you can't really erase it. It's like it exists now, but all of that previous stuff exists as like the previous name. It's like if like maybe let's say you put out merch as KLAXX and then you changed your name. Now like there's a fuck ton of shirts out there with KLAXX on it.
Exactly, yeah. Oh my god, voice crack.
Oh, good, that happens.
Yeah. It's all about the brand, honestly, with the name change stuff. So I decided to keep it.
Also, you mentioned that you were initially a duo. When did it not be a duo?
Yeah,
And, like,
so end
story of that.
of 2019, the duo partner Max, he decided to part ways. He started music school actually at Berkeley, so he kind of wanted to focus on that, and he kind of just lost the touch with the electronic music. So I love the guy; he's like my best friend still, but he kind of just wanted to do his own thing and focus on school.
As some people do, so. Yeah.
Shout out Max.
Yeah. Max, if you're listening to this, you started something cool. It's being the torch is being carried. All right, John, do you want to ask your question so I don't steal it from you, and you actually get your. I literally didn't though. I asked a different question.
We gotta get John to ask different questions.
Every
I was
episode,
gonna ask something
every
else after you
every-
said that, but
well then
I'll
you
still-
ask what you want. Okay, every episode we have like this running joke that John needs to meet his quota for talking because he doesn't say a lot. So
And the two questions are always the same. It's what's your name, or like where'd you get your name,
Bro.
or what's your favorite condiment? And it's just like what?
God. All right, John, let's hear it. Let's
no,
let's
it's
hear
because like every time I try to say something, like you guys already get it too. So like that's out of the
All
way,
right,
you know.
guys-
all right,
You gotta
listen.
jump
All right,
on it,
listen.
dude.
Listen. I want 30 seconds of no one's talking besides.
Nah.
Here we go. 30 seconds, and go.
Yo, so like where'd you get your name from?
30 seconds, dude. I have a timer going right now, bro.
What am I supposed to say though?
Talk about your life, John.
I don't know.
How's
dude.
it going, like right now?
I just been studying. That's pretty much it, to be honest.
What do you study?
I just finished studying like physics.
Nice.
Yeah, but I don't know, dude.
How are you
Like-
enjoying physics? Has it been easy?
Nah, dude, it's hard.
5 more seconds, bro. Just give me 5 more seconds.
Like, I mean, I start class like in next week or something. So yeah.
All right, time's up. You're done.
All right, so I'm like, Like, how's the music thing going for you? Like online, like how's that working out?
Good, man. Yeah, just I've been making music every day, obviously, and it's hard getting singers. That's what I'm having trouble with right now. I have a bunch of songs that need singers, but singers are really hard to work with.
Yeah, how did you end up working with Aviella?
Yeah, we had her on the show like earlier.
Oh, nice.
So
I love
yeah.
her. So me and Peter Yotep, we had this idea, obviously, and then we needed a singer. So I think Peter's a good friend with her, so he hit her up, and we made that song. I guess that's how I met her, through Peter.
Nice. I mean, I feel like that's
Fuck it.
that's a good story. Just yeah, we hit her up and we did it. Easy.
Yeah, I feel like most things kind of just happen that way. Of course, you like have a connection, or it's just like, hey, do you want to do this? It's like either yes or no. But
Yeah, for sure.
how is it difficult? Like, what are the difficulties in getting a singer on a track? Is it like mostly management stuff, or is it just they don't want to sing on it, or is it
You
They
just
have
don't know.
fees. So singers have fees now, and they're most of the time very expensive. And in a time like this, it's hard to like pay out those fees. So
right?
that's the main problem. The fees are really expensive, like
I guess it's like
upwards of $1,000.
with like I guess it's probably also a little bit difficult for like turnaround time in it. Probably like actually getting. You
No,
know,
turnaround time's not a problem. I think most professional singers have good turnaround time. It's all about the fee, though.
So do they have like fees up front for them to actually sing the song, and then later on you guys figure out royalties and stuff for the song?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, if it was just me featuring another singer, it would be 50-50 split.
Right.
And then I would say like half of the singers I've worked with have had an upfront fee, probably like half of their fee upfront, and then the other half after. the
Got
song's
it.
done.
Okay.
But it varies to different artists.
Yeah, of
obviously.
course.
yeah. Like okay, if there's any like vocalists that you would ever like want to have featured on one of your tracks, like is there anybody that like comes to mind that you'd like really want to work with?
Anybody like Dream?
Yeah, I guess like
Yeah.
they alive or dead. I don't care either.
Billie Eilish.
Okay.
Mine. She has an insane voice, and like Phineas, her brother, obviously is insanely talented too. So those would be the two that I'd want to work with.
Yeah, like they do like all their music in the bedroom. Like they don't even do it in the studio. She like
Yeah,
records
that's-
on like an Audio Technica 2020.
Yeah,
So-
it's so inspiring, dude. Like, it's just like the pure talent with those two is insane. So
Yeah,
Kind of shows like you don't
Seriously.
need like a huge studio or something.
yeah, 100%. If you're listening to this, you don't need expensive ass equipment to make good music.
damn
You
right.
just need the creativity and the imagination. That's all you need.
That's
Bro, I gotta hit them up and ask them how to get this AT 2020 to sound decent. Because I feel like mine sounds so much different compared to hers. Like they have like insane clarity, and like mine has background noise. So
You need that good like fucking. I already wait. I forgot what the fuck it's called. Never mind. You need something for it. Wait, shit. I actually forgot the name of the thing. Actually, whatever.
Pop
Move
filter.
on.
just
Pop filter.
No, not that. But
that, but not that.
fuck. Okay, you know what? Whatever. We'll move on. I can't actually think of it right now. My brain is like it's like 100
Describe
degrees
it.
in my room right now. It's the thing that you plug your mic into, but that also plugs into your computer. Interface. That's what it is. I remembered on my own. Yes.
The thing is,
That-
the one that I have is the USB version, not the XLR one. Because if I was gonna buy the XLR one, the interfaces alone cost more than the microphone itself. So I was just like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go with the USB one for now.
Hey, whatever you gotta do.
Whatever you gotta
Yeah.
do. All right. Well, I guess where do you I guess on the note of like I guess future dream stuff, where do you see yourself taking the KLAXX project in the future? Like where do you want it to go?
Oh man, I mean, obviously I haven't been on a tour, like an actual tour, so I would say take it on a tour for a bus tour would be the first goal. And then, yeah, just kind of build up the brand and build more fans to where I can make a living off of just touring. It's
Do you have any
probably
like dream
why not.
venues that you would like to go to?
uh,
Dream cities to play in.
Red Rocks is
So-
definitely one. That's a dream.
Oh, yeah.
The Gorge in Washington, for sure. Uh, I feel like those are the two like biggest venues, like craziest venues to play at in the
Hey.
country.
Definitely. I guess yeah, definitely like as in venues and not like festivals.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
'Cause
Obviously, like
Yeah.
I would like play any festival. Obviously, like major festival, Coachella, Lollapalooza. Actually, Lollapalooza is like at the top of my bucket list because that's my favorite festival. I think I've been 5 times to Lollapalooza in Chicago, and that would be my bucket list item. I think because a lot of the first electronic music I heard was at Lollapalooza. So
I've always wanted to go to Lolla. It seems like a very good festival in the sense that it seems like very broad when it comes to genres. Cause like
it's
I see,
amazing, dude. It's amazing. Like it's not like any other camping festival because there's no camping really. It's in the middle of the city, and just the vibe. Like you just get a different vibe there. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean, like as far as like
Cool.
I've also like on the lineups. Whenever I see like them announce lineups, like what I mean by like broad is the fact that, it's a lot of it's a fuck ton of artists of every genre. It's not like you have a lot of pop and then like sprinkled in you have a little bit of everything else. It's like it's a pretty good divide of each, which is like because I see like a lot of electronic acts on like Lawless lineups, but fucking you take shit like Coachella or Outside Lands and you don't see shit. You're like, oh, it's like very
You see
pop
only like
heavy.
major acts.
Yeah.
yeah, Lollapalooza is like the perfect mix of everything.
Yeah, they're doing like some sort of Minecraft festival, and like I was just looking at the list of what they have, and it's like a decent amount of like hip hop artists and like pop, and then definitely a lot of EDM artists on there. Like we have some of our friends on it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go like completely unrelated to music. Desert island. You can bring 3 things. What are those 3 things gonna be?
Oh man, a Wi-Fi router.
All right.
Um,
Just gonna plug it into a banana.
my laptop
Yeah, I mean,
and Wi-Fi laptop. Third thing I guess could be my PS4. I don't know. Honestly, probably those 3 things are probably the most important.
Yeah, entertainment. That's like I feel like yeah, I'd probably do the same thing because I'd rather like I feel like I'd rather die like entertained than like live completely bored out of my mind and like go
Yeah, 'cause,
insane
like,
that way.
Because like our generation we were built off of technology
Yeah.
and the internet and all that. So like, I feel like it's just a necessity to have those things to be entertained.
Yeah, and it's like weird because you know all your like your grandparents would be like, "Hey, it's like back in my day we didn't have this," and it's like you can live without it, and it's like
No,
why?
we can't.
And I'm like that's the point. It's like back in your day you didn't have this. In our day, like we were born and it already existed. We don't know anything else.
It's the same bullshit when like you're in school. They're like, yeah, you're not gonna have a calculator. Bro, I got a calculator on my phone.
Dude, you got a
Like, it's
calculator
always
with you
on
in
me.
your pocket at all times. It's like
Yeah.
it's like it's almost like bad to it's literally like frowned upon to not have your phone on you, so it's like yes, you're gonna have a calculator with you.
Yeah, dude. Like anytime I leave my phone at home, like when I go out, I'm like, what the fuck? I don't have my phone on me. Am I gonna die?
Honestly, it's like if you ever like leave your phone if I ever leave my phone at home, but it's like I still have to go like to do whatever and I don't have time to go back for it, I'm like on edge for the rest of the day, like oh shit, what if
Exactly.
what if I miss like a really important text or something?
Yeah, like I need that shit on me at all times because I have like actual important shit to like deal with. So it's like if I don't have my phone, it's a problem for sure.
Dude, I can't
Even if oh
no, go
sorry,
go for it. Go for it.
even if you're just going to the store like to pick something up, like if I leave my phone at home, I'm like, well, I might die.
It's like if I die, nobody will know. Like I will not be able to tell anybody.
Yep.
Dude, like I can't imagine fucking like living in like the 60s where you'd have to memorize everybody's number that you knew. And you'd have to memorize it all and then like you could only call them at like everybody in the house shared a phone or whatever.
At specific times, you can only call them. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, no
so
way.
that's so like interesting to me.
There's no texting either.
Dude, it's like
It's all voice.
you just have to memorize the number for your home and then like anybody any one of your friends that you knew.
Yep.
But I feel like back then, it's like, you know what? Everything was more in person, right?
Yeah.
Like everything now is like all online. So it's like I feel like if you wanted to like talk to your friend, you would literally do it in person. Now it's like, yo, let's hit up on Discord.
Yeah, that is like super interesting. I mean, like back then it'd be like, hey, if your friend was like moving out of state or something, that is basically the last time you would ever see them. But like nowadays it's like, oh, you're moving out of state? Okay, cool. We'll keep in touch over like the internet.
Yeah.
And you can meet people over the internet like in different countries. Like that's so kind of weird, you know? To think
Yeah.
about. It's like, you didn't have that at all. Yeah, what do you think the next, I guess, on that note, like, what do you think the next technological advancement will be? Do you think it's like in any department?
Oh my god. There's too many. I mean, people thought flying cars would be here by like 2020, but
Yeah,
feel
remember
like-
Back to the Future where they're like, oh, we're gonna have hoverboards, and what was it, 20? I don't remember which.
I mean,
year.
we do have it. It's just very limited. Have you seen that Lexus one like a couple of years ago?
yeah,
It's-
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just it needs like metal on the floor and like it runs off like nitrogen, so it's like highly inefficient. But I mean, we have them. Like,
Yeah, so I guess flying cars would probably be the next thing.
That'd be pretty cool. It'd be like weird, like the fucking things I saw were recently were like these it's kind of like trains, but it's like it's a zero resistance kind of like, it's almost like a magnet, but it just kind of like something, it just sits over the track, but there's like absolutely no drag, so it can literally just go around for all eternity if there was an air resistance.
that's how the hoverboard works, and they accelerate it using the nitrogen.
That's so
That's
like,
crazy.
dude, that's so weird.
Yeah, but that's why like they had to have a special track for it. Like the floor had to be metal, so like you could ride it.
I remember like there were people talking about that there was gonna be like a train from like LA to New York that goes like that gets you there in like that, yeah, but like one that gets you from LA to New York in 15 minutes.
Whoa.
I remember like that was something that people were like thinking about, and I'm like, that'd be very cool, but also like no.
Well, the thing is, they still have the Hyperloop in development, so it's definitely going to be a thing in the future.
But that's still so fast.
Yeah.
But like,
Right.
it's like
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it could also save like a lot of like the pollution that's going on because like so many people are driving around, and like if more people took the train, then it can reduce the pollution around.
Dude,
Yeah, for sure.
imagine like kids in the future being like, just chilling out here in LA, like, and then after school they're like, hey, you want to go get pizza? Sure, and they just get on a train, go to New York, get some New York pizza.
But it's gonna happen because even for space travel, like with Elon's rockets and shit, like it's gonna get more affordable over time because they're reusable. It's like right now we're in the very, very beginning stages of it, but in like maybe like the next 30 years, you'll probably have people that have a lot of money being like, yo, we're gonna go to China and we'll be there in 15 minutes and just take a rocket. So
Probably.
That would be nuts.
the thing is, like, we could do so much regarding like with technology. Like we probably would have already had a space elevator, but there's so much to do with like politics and like fighting with other countries and shit, and people always want to tear each other down. Like I remember I remember reading something that someone wanted to make a space elevator, but one of their main concerns about doing it is terrorism. Because like imagine you build this fucking space elevator, but then someone wants to blow it up, right? So I feel like removing human aspects would help technology for sure.
I guess. Victor, you're crossing into like the territory of things we shouldn't talk about on this show. So I'm
Am
just
I?
like, yeah, dude, we're not. I don't know, man.
I don't really say.
I'm just saying humans.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Says politics.
Yeah.
Says politics once.
Dude, that's how it is. That's how it is. Say politics, and I'm on edge.
But like, I'm not saying any particular politics. I'm
Yeah.
saying in between countries in general. I'm not saying like
Yeah. I
specific
get
people.
you.
Like
I get you.
specific like issues and everything.
I'm saying like fucking people throwing rocks at each other.
Yeah,
like,
I'm saying like, yeah. If everybody was on the same page, it would be
exactly. I'm not saying actual politics.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a space elevator would be cool. I don't know what the purpose of it is, but
To
You
get
wanna ride
shit
up.
to Mars and
Yeah.
the
So-
moon faster. To actually go into
an
space travel
elevator,
easier.
an elevator from. Okay. I actually don't really know anything about a space elevator, so like, this is like I'm learning right now.
Well, like they would have like fibers or like not carbon fiber, but like fiberglass essentially, like or like a really strong material that just like brings shit up, like encasing stuff and then just taking it up. Like
Oh, like
say that
so,
like
so you don't have to like leave the atmosphere. Like
that,
with a
and like you
rocket?
don't have exactly, and like
Oh,
because
okay.
rocket fuel is very expensive and it's hard to get, right? So having this elevator just like makes it a lot easier.
Gotcha. All right. Well, KLAXX, this is your episode. So, is there anything that has been on your mind lately? Like something that you learned recently that's just like, whoa, cool.
Not really. I mean, like the COVID stuff. I guess like people need to start wearing masks. Like it should be like common sense at this point. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's really, it's like, it's sad, but it's funny how sometimes people aren't able to figure that
Yeah.
out.
And it's not
Um,
even like a political thing. It's just like common sense. Like
Yeah.
wear a mask. Like end of story. Period.
Yeah, it's like just, it's like if you want to go back to fucking hosting your book club, wear your mask, please.
Yeah. Or like just like us music guys, like getting back to shows. I feel
Yeah.
like people need to take this pandemic thing seriously if you want to see your favorite artists playing live in the near future, you know?
Have you seen any of those pictures of people like, and they have like cut holes in their masks?
What?
Like there's
No.
there's those people that like, they're like, okay, I'll wear a mask, and they like cut a hole in their mask so like their mouth is exposed. so they can quote unquote breathe,
Yeah, it's stupid.
or they'll like cut air holes in their mask. I'm like, what point is like gone? Yeah. All right, John. Should we bring John back, or Victor? Do you have anything?
Up to you. I mean,
Do we pick on John again? What do you think, KLAXX? Do we pick on John, or do we have Victor ask a question?
John, I want 30 seconds of talking. No one else speaking.
This
No one
is-
speaks except John.
This is the
No one
episode-
speaks.
This is the episode.
Ready? Set.
No,
here we
no,
go.
no. Just, all right. What do you want me to say about talking about?
Ready,
This
set,
is your
go.
episode. This is your episode. What do you want me to talk about?
30 seconds. Go.
Just talk, John.
I don't know what to talk about.
Literally anything, dude. Come on.
I don't know. Crap. What have you guys been listening to lately?
That's a good question.
A lot of indie stuff.
Indie stuff? Okay.
Indie alternative stuff.
It's a good question. I've been jamming out to a lot of new music, a lot of new bass music coming out.
All right.
What was it? The Disciple remix competition just finished.
Oh yeah, they announced like the runner-ups and the winner.
Yeah, they announced their winners, so I've been checking out their winners.
They had like, let's see how they had like 13K, right, or something.
They're like, yeah, 13,000 downloads for their stems and shit.
That's crazy. Like imagine like just listening to every single remix out
Yeah.
there, like having to like decide which one works or not.
Yeah. I think I'm just thinking about it. I think, John, you've talked more this episode than you have in any other episode combined.
You're welcome. You're
It's 'cause
welcome.
the video's
Yeah.
off, too.
You're welcome.
Let's go. Give a round of applause for John.
Nice. I think it's because the video's off as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No, yeah, remix competitions are very, very beneficial for a person starting out in their career, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't want to do them because of the fact that it's like, hey, there's gonna be a lot of people entering. It's like, I don't think I'll win. I feel
like-
like a lot of people get discouraged.
You're still dropping something new, you know, like
Yeah.
you're still gonna learn new thing. New.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like it's more of like a learning experience rather than actually doing anything with competition. Because I mean, of course, like you might not win or you might not even be recognized really, but like you've probably learned a lot through it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's how KLAXX kind of like quote unquote blew up from a Nightmare competition. One of his songs, "Holding On to Me," we did a remix comp for that, and it didn't win, but he ended up playing the song at EDC. So it's like
Oh wow. Yeah.
just
That's
like
awesome.
remix comps, they kind of like open the door for those artists to hear your music in some way, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
definitely. Would you ever like do a remix comp for one of your tracks?
Not right now. I don't think I'm big enough, but
I mean, like in
definitely, yeah, definitely in the future, I would 100% do a remix comp. I feel like I've had that access to exposure from a bigger artist, so I feel like it would only make sense for me to give that out again on my end, you know?
Absolutely. All right. I mean, okay. Would there be like any, if you got the chance to remix any like artist, who would you want to be like remixing? Are you gonna say?
Let me read through my Spotify playlist real quick.
All right. Thought you were just gonna say like Billie Eilish again, or something.
I mean, I already did one of hers, but it was unofficial.
Okay.
But
if you could do an official remix for somebody.
oh, I mean, obviously Billie Eilish would probably be the first one.
Yeah. Any like
can't touch any Porter stuff. That's like illegal.
Yeah. Any I guess artists in the electronic community that you would be like super down to remix or work with even?
Oh my god. That's too many.
I can imagine. Yeah, that's a loaded question.
Skrillex, obviously Skrillex.
There it is. We hit our
Good
Skrillex
choice.
quota for the episode.
I mean, we did it earlier too. We mentioned
that
it.
is true. Every episode we gotta mention Skrillex. That's
Shout out Skrillex.
That's
You're
how it
a
is, yeah.
fucking, you're a legend.
You're-
Shout out Skrillex.
Thank you, Skrillex. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have a show.
Literally, dude.
Probably
Madion.
actually.
Madion is another one.
Oh yeah, Victor, you saw him live once, didn't you?
I saw him live, and then I also went to his after party and met him and talked to him. He was such a nice guy. Yeah, and he did like a private DJ set, and he played a lot of Daft Punk. And at the time, I was listening to a lot of them. Like, so I was fucking hyped.
All right. Victor, you got anything on your mind?
Honestly, not really. I'm just kind of chilling at this point.
All right. I mean, we are reaching around the end of our episode time. We've got like a couple minutes of bantering. Okay.
What are you guys drinking right now?
I'm drinking an Arizona sweet tea. It's my
Water.
Oh my god, you guys are under 21. Forgot.
Water. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm drinking straight up gin and tonic. Fucking, I don't know.
Love it,
It's
dude.
like as a European, I've tried shit, gin and tonic. Like my friend was like, "Oh, dude, you gotta try this." It's like, this is for my first drink ever. He gave me a gin and tonic, and it tasted like shit. And I was like, I don't want this. What is?
Wait,
this?
is that actually what you're drinking right now?
No.
Oh.
I'm drinking sweet tea, dude. Okay. I'll ask a pretty nice question here. If you take a lasagna, right?
No.
And fuck off, Victor. If you take a lasagna and you put another lasagna on top of it, is it two lasagnas or is it still like one lasagna but with multiple layers?
It's one lasagna.
See, that's my argument. I
What,
believe
you
it's
take
one
the other
lasagna.
side?
I believe it's one lasagna. Some people say it's two, which I don't agree with.
The thing is, at the end of the day, you're still gonna eat it. It's a lasagna.
It's one. It's one lasagna.
One lasagna, yeah.
Yeah, it's one portion, right?
I mean, is it one portion? Like, what determines the portion size? Just whether you could eat it or not?
In America, there's no limit.
Yeah, that's really true. Like,
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you look at like on your Arizona can right now. If it's like that big one, you have like
Yeah,
I think the
it
serving
says-
size on there is like 3. Which is like,
says
what the fuck?
two servings per container.
Yeah.
But it's like
But-
everybody just consumes can at a time. It's like nobody's like, let me divide this twice.
And like
Oh,
if you go to In-N-Out, you can order like a 10 by 10.
Wait, what?
Honestly, dude,
I don't think there's a limit. There's no limit to how many patties you can have.
I think it's a 10
no
by
way
10.
you can get a 10 by 10.
I've gotten a
Are
10
you
by 10.
serious?
I've gotten a 6 by 6.
What?
I've gotten a 10 by 10. It's expensive and like not worth it because you can't really eat it in
It's
one
like
bite.
so
Exactly.
It's
you have to like
like-
eat it with a fork.
It's fucking. But I did it. I did it for like the sake of doing it. But yeah, it's like there's not really a limit for serving sizes. I mean, like fucking. I feel like most college students have like ever fucking taken like a box of like Kraft mac and cheese that's like, you know, supposed to be a certain amount of servings and they just eat the whole box. This is like that's just how that is.
Yeah, I feel like serving size doesn't really fucking matter. I think it's just the thing that they
Yeah.
put just to have it.
Yeah, they do it because of like I think it's because they want to keep the numbers on the back of on the nutrition facts low.
Dude, nutrition in the U.S. is just a joke. Like,
Yeah, just to make us not look like a piece of shit of a country.
yeah. The thing is, like,
Yeah.
even like the study of nutrition kind of fucking sucks because everything is like always against each other. Like, you'll read one study, it's like, yeah, meat's good for you, but then you'll read another story, it's like, meat's fucking terrible for you. And I'm just like, what the
Cancer or
fuck?
something.
Yeah, yeah, and it's always conflicting, and like, there's a lot of money involved, like corporations and stuff, so you don't know actual facts. So much bullshit.
What's your favorite food? Period. Like,
Me?
yeah, just overall. Like, I mean,
Oh,
you already know
man.
mine. That's like pretty easy to tell.
Gay.
I think sushi. Sushi is probably my favorite.
Dude, sushi's fire. Do you have like a good sushi restaurant out in LA yet?
Oh man, yeah, definitely a couple. Kabuki. Have you guys heard of Kabuki?
I've
I
not.
think I've been there, but it has been a really long time.
There's
Like,
one in Hollywood. There's one in Burbank. There's one uh, West Hollywood, and then I think there's one in like Westwood area ish. But
hmm.
yeah, that sushi restaurant's insane. Obviously, like Nobu is a good sushi restaurant, but like that's so expensive.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of expensive restaurants out here, like that are just like way like. I mean, the shit is like great, but it's like really, I guess, overpriced still.
Yeah, yeah. It's more for like the experience rather than the food itself, honestly.
I've always
Like,
wanted to go to a restaurant where it's like they'll charge fucking like $400 for like, a starter soup. I've always wanted to go to one just so I can say like, oh, I've been to like a 5-star restaurant or whatever. But it's like
I don't know.
I would never. I would just feel so bad. Like I would never spend that much money. Like even if I had like all the money in the world, I still wouldn't fucking do it.
I can't imagine a $400 starter soup. Like, I don't know where they even charge that, but
Dude, I went to Vegas with my buddy, and he won like a $2,000 hand or something, and he's like, okay, we're going to Nobu in Vegas. So we went to Nobu, and I think the bill at the end of the night was like $1,500.
That's fucking crazy.
And like I was like, the funny thing is I was still hungry after the meal. Like
Oh
the portions are so small at Nobu. It's just like
damn, that's
it's just like candy at Nobu. You know what I mean? It's not like a filling meal. So yeah,
That's-
1,500 bucks. I think one of the dishes was like $800 or something, or like $700.
That's crazy, dude. And just go to like In-N-Out later and get a 10 by 10. Just fill yourself up.
A 10 by 10 for like 12
20
bucks.
bucks. Yeah, 20 bucks or something. So it's like, easy.
yeah, and I feel like the more money you spend, the smaller the portion sizes too.
Yeah, it's
Like
really
when you go to
weird how
those
that
restaurants,
works.
yeah.
It's really weird how that works. It's like,
Like, I
oh,
understand
shit.
if you're like using quality ingredients and shit like that, but I feel like it's like more for presentation and experience rather than, oh, here, bro, you want to eat? Like,
Yeah. It's not dude, rich people have small stomachs. That's what it is. They just, they can't eat a lot.
Dude, yeah, like even like the expensive steakhouses I go to, like the steaks are just so small. Like
Yeah, I guess it's like, I mean, if you're going
How
for
do you
like
get
the
hungry?
best of the best, you have like you end up with a small amount of ingredients, but it's like it's
yeah,
still probably like it's
because
still,
they like do very, very specific things too. Like, with, like, I think it's called Wagyu, the steak. Right?
Yup.
Maybe I have it
Wagyu's
wrong.
gas.
But like,
Gas.
exactly. So like, it's very limited, and like you can't really get it anywhere. But like when you do have it, they probably have it in limited quantity. So they
Yeah.
charge the fuck out of it. So, but it
So-
slaps.
yeah. I think on that note, I think we're reaching about the end of our time for this episode. So we thank you to KLAXX for joining us in talking about Wagyu and like the future and fucking a lot of weird shit.
Yeah, we went off on a tangent. It was fun.
Yeah, and Fall Guys and all that. Good yeah, definitely a fun time. Do you have any? So thank you for coming on. Do you have any last words that you want to give? Anybody listening out there, or just in general?
Yeah. Obviously stream my music right now. Just search KLAXX anywhere. Like, and then wear a damn mask so we can get back to shows.
Yes.
I'm sure every single person listening to this wants to go to a live show, but it can't happen until this shit pandemic is done. Follow Twitter and Instagram, I guess, at KLAXX Music. Yeah, that's pretty much it, dude.
Yeah, let's go. All right. Wear a mask. Do you have anything that you wanna plug right now?
No,
That's it. Just all right. Well,
just leave it at that. Wear a damn mask.
I'll put your socials down in the description anyway.
Yes, please do, please.
I'll do all of that. So for everybody listening, you can follow KLAXX. Everything will be down in the description of wherever except Spotify, because that doesn't work. Fuck you. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it. And everything for the podcast will be down there. Everything for our personal socials will be down there. Join our Discord if you want to. I don't know. Talk to us. Talk to KLAXX here. Probably. I don't know if you'll answer, but like, you can try.
I'm pretty inactive on Discord, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like a decent amount of people are. We also have a Patreon. If we get to $100 per month, we're very far away from that goal, by the way. I'll eat a raw onion during whatever the next episode is. So you'll hear an episode where I'm suffering. So yeah, if you wanna watch me go through pain, give me money. That'd be really cool. Thank you. But anyway, yeah. Thank you, KLAXX, so much for coming on.
Yeah, pleasure.